Hello Komiks People, ako si Mal Kasipit. Welcome to Indie Comics Podcast. Kasama ko si Miss Katrina Olan.
Hello, thank you for having me. English ka agad. Okay.
So,
Hi.
paano mo in-introduce yung sarili mo kung sakaling may dumaang...
Yung pitch ko.
Oo, paano yung pitch mo sa
Kung
sarili
sino
mo?
ako. Okay. So, hi guys! Biglang Hi guys, my name's Katrina Olan and I am a Filipino sci-fi author. I'm also a graphic novel and webtoon creator. And you might know me for Tablay, the Filipino mecha myth novel. So you can show it over there. Or you might recently know me as the co-author of Makina with Ian Santamaria. And you might also know me as the co-creator of our next 7 weeks on Pen Lab. So shout out Kila Bernido.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bernie,
Nina.
Ayan. So, syempre, napanood ko na yung interview mo kay Duy.
Kay Duy,
Oo.
okay.
English interview, kaya paano ko kaya interview si Kat?
Okay lang, bakya din ako.
So, ano yung mga pinakauna mong exposure sa comics noon nung bata ka?
Okay.
So, Archie, yung mga ganun ba? Or nag-funny comics ka din noon?
Funnily, yung mga witch,
Alam ko yan. Si
Monster Allergy, witch Monster Allergy, pero mga manga din. So, Bleach, I read a lot of Bleach growing up. Actually, mas manga and anime yung world ko rather than DC and Marvel comics. So parang the flavor, the taste of all of those things, mas evident sa work ko than
So hindi ka
no?
masyadong familiar sa yung mga nasa bangketa na comics like funny comics, yung mga
Yes,
hiwaga.
I've heard about them pero honestly, it's not until recently na nagbasa ako ng mga like funny comics or si Combatron just got recently or who else? Si Sir Paul, I just started getting into his works.
Sa dyaryo.
Yes.
Pero na-encounter mo siya sa dyaryo before.
Yes. So that's my knowledge. Actually, kasi I only entered the comics thing. Yung parang full-fledged comics person. Nung 2017 Indicate. Yan yung first event ko.
2017 Indicate. Sa Bayanihan Center.
Bayanihan Center pa. Tapos yung ka-table ko si Jappy Agoncillo.
Kilala ko yun, muralist.
Yeah, the muralist. Tapos nagbebenta siya ng stickers. Tapos sabi ko, actually it was a unique decision and like I think about it that it was weird because don't you notice parang when people talk about comics, Tablay kind of somehow gets bunched into that space even if it's not per se a comics. Kahit yung mga nakikita ko sa Instagram na nilalatag nila yung mga comics hall. Tapos kasama dun yung Tablay. But I made that conscious decision talaga na parang I want to be part of this community kasi it was really the closest point from like point A to point B, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi tingnan mo, if you get a consignment deal with mga national bookstore fully booked, they get like 40%.
50.
50 na? O see?
Kung hindi ka sikat
50%.
50, kapag medyo sikat ka, they can settle for 40.
So parang negotiations din yung
Kung bago
yun
kang
nga,
creator,
50,
definitely 50.
40 to 50%. So sabi ko, parang that's not even enough to like cover the cost of production for one book. So I was like, okay, what is the smartest way like technically to go through that? And then inisip ko yung aking target market. Sabi ko, the target market is the readers are at Comic-Con. The readers are at Comic-Con. So I did that crazy thing na, okay, what if I sell completely like prose novels na walang actually minsan sa niya, walang
May mga
picture,
gumagawa
ganun.
din ito pero not as successful eh.
Yeah, I think I was like one of the first people that really went all out on it. So, nag-pay off naman na parang, it's there. So, that's my story.
Ano yung earliest, yung attempt mo? So, 2017 talaga, nung after nun, saka ka lang gumawa ng comics? Or before nung high school, college, nag-comics ka na rin?
Yes. So, published ba? Or parang personal project lang?
Personal, ganun.
Like, I've been drawing a lot of comics ever since I was a kid. Pero parang yung attack ko doon is like, example, mahilig ako sa Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I would put like myself in the world of Avatar and then I draw comics about it. Or parang fanfics na comics, mga ganon na mahilig ka sa anime, let's say, or in my early years of high school na ako, Attack on Titan. I mean, that's when I figured out Attack on Titan na parang, I'm going to be a member of the Survey Corps. Tapos draw ako ng comics or original characters. But that was my main exposure.
Parang ganun talaga eh. Kahit ako kasi nung nag-uumpisa akong mag-comics, nilalagay ko rin yung sarili ko sa
mga mundo ng anime or
tapos kung gagawa man ako ng comics, parang ako yung bida. Ganun din yung napapansin ko sa mga unang, yung early creators eh. Pero after that, mag-move on ka na tapos totally different person.
And then you start, parang you become more self-aware, di ba? Tapos parang, okay, ano yung style ko, di ba? Sino ako as a creator. But then, I think that comes in later at a point where you want to take it seriously na, di ba? Like, kasi, especially in mga kets, with so much competition, it's like, how do you stand out?
Yeah.
Which I think my background in marketing and advertising did help a lot with. Like,
magaling kang mag-market eh. Talagang,
thank you.
So, natutunan mo ba lahat yun sa trabaho na or nag-aral ka ng marketing sa school?
No. Well, I graduated with a degree sa integrated marketing communication. So, I know how to do everything across the board from social media, TV, radio, programmatic. So, and even now, I'm dabbling into AR, VR, and web development.
Ano ngayon?
That's the one that's super in now. So, ganun yung parang yung space ko. So, it's like every day, the muscle memory that we do at work, it's like I will just apply that to the same framework as marketing my book.
Yeah.
But at the same time, parang I don't want the two areas to kind of overlap kasi mahirap din yun. So, talaga, pag comics, pag work. So, like, I don't interchange them kasi it's hard when the lines get blurred.
So, specifically dito sa Tablay, ano yung mga strategy na in-apply mo para mas makilala siya sa local scene?
Even, I actually created a brand book. Nag-brand book ako sa Tablay. So, I made, before we even started designing the packaging and the before we decide, actually, the packaging has played such an important role, this one, during the pandemic. Kasi, when you order straight from me, I'll customize your name. Let's say, Mel Kasipit, ganon. Tapos, what's your favorite number? 7. 7th Striker Bomber Regiment, Philippine Mech Force. So, it's like, parang,
customized talaga.
Kasi at every point of interaction with your story, with your brand, that's how you brand build. Yeah. So look, even my merch, my t-shirt, the stuff,
my branding,
it's all even all of our social media posts are in the color palette of like purple, pink,
marketing
and
marketing
white.
Talaga.
Yes.
So I think it's effective naman talaga eh kasi nakita nyo naman ang result, 'di ba? Kilala si Kat ngayon dahil sa branding. So yan, baka kailangan i-apply ng mga ibang komikera yun. So, maging consistent tayo sa branding natin.
Yes. Pero I think it's like also the fine line of not being too hard sell, di ba? Parang, kasi minsan, if masyadong branding, they're like, parang they're only in it for like the business or something. Or parang they're just making a story to make money. So, parang even at the heart of it, that's not the intention. Pero baka if you just have to soften the way that you do things. So, parang ganun lang yung
So, paano mo siya binabalance para hindi siya maging spammy?
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi pwedeng maging ganun eh. May kilala ko, sinisend lahat ng post niya sa lahat ng mga Facebook groups.
Yeah.
And,
purposeful, intentional, and high results. So, where are you going to market? When are you going to do it? I also studied the strategies ng mga Marvel and DC when it comes to their movie launches. So there's a trailer for the trailer, right? There's a trailer. And then there's an official trailer.
Preview.
And then there's a countdown. And I mean, there's a certain ebb and flow of the marketing consumer journey for that kasi. Sorry, I'm like geeking out about this kasi I also like marketing, but I try to keep it.
So maganda nga yun para first time kong maka-interview ng talagang marketing specialist kaya maganda yan. Apply natin sa comics natin, Komiks People.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys also can learn about it. So parang there's always phases kasi. Like, if you notice in every event, so I'm gonna give my secrets now, it's okay. But it's just really up to people how to apply it. Kasi it's a general guidelines lang to. So, depende sa'yo, di ba? I mean, kasi it's also dependent on you as a person, di ba? What if mas introverted ka, di ba? I mean, you can't, me, I'm like, I'm like an ENTJ. Do you know your MBTI type?
Hindi ko pa...
I'm like an ENTJ, ENFJ. So, ika nga, yung parang extrovert as per Jello. So I have helped him sell the other stuff in his book too.
Pero
So,
feeling ko nasa bandang introvert side ako eh.
yeah.
Ikaw ba, Jello?
Introvert. So kasi it's dependent on not naman your branding, but who you are, di ba, as a person. Na parang, am I comfortable with doing this, di ba? If I'm only comfortable with just sharing my art, like what's the most effective way that I can do it, di ba? Hashtags, share, but then, yun, as in, sariling diskarte talaga. So parang, what can I do to parang express what this brand is at its heart and soul without compromising who I am as an artist and without compromising the message. So parang, it takes time, pero after some time, you find yung parang yung kiliti ba ng tao, or yung sweet spot ba. So this is 6 years of me doing it. So.
Yeah. Consistency is also important, diba? So, paano mo nagagawa yung pagiging consistent sa pagpo-post? Kasi minsan nakakasawa na rin i-post yung puro products na lang.
Yeah. So, in marketing, you always have 3 types of posts. The hero, so that's your big materials, whether that be the book launch trailer, di ba? Or yung come to the event, hero, hub, and hygiene. So this is marketing. Yeah, so hero, hub, and hygiene. Hero materials are your big ticket materials that you will always post. Let's say, money popcorn coming this, or let's say yung mga catalogs mo for an event. Hub is more of parang, let's say, to learn more about this. So, for example, in Tablay, our hero posts were like the official trailer, the book cover reveal. So those are your big items.
Book cover reveal.
And then the hub materials are supplementary, so people can know more about the world. So, meet the characters,
Mga specific.
lores, diba? So they have their each purpose. Tapos hygiene, those are your moment
Maligo kayo.
marketing. Yeah, that's why it's hygiene, because it has to come out every few days or something like that. So parang let's say may moment marketing na Miss Universe, ano pwedeng gawin natin na parang Miss Universe, ano ba? Either it harps on moments or but what's most important is that you always give back. You give back to your readers. So that's why I love posting readers, diba, with their book reviews. Pag may nag-book review, you have to parang repost it, diba? Or if they write something kahit hindi masyadong maganda yung review, you still comment and thank them na thank you for your points. I really appreciate it, and we can learn from this experience. Or let's say may nag-fan art, diba? So it's all about building, parang may halo effect ba na parang ito your core business, and then your fans around it. Kasi at the end they're the ones that can make you or break you. Kasi pag nag-drop out sila, wala ka ng fan base, di ba? When people get canceled, that's a hard
True. So, yun nga, may mga creators na hindi nila mahiwala yung political views nila sa personal nila. So, minsan nasisira yung branding nung gawa nila dahil yung mga political views or mga controversial opinions. So, ikaw ba mismo, you don't openly discuss about your political views?
Ito actually Tablay, although I package it as a what they call that, as a Filipino mecha novel. It does have a lot of socio-political socio-political themes and commentary. Especially towards the time of 2016 when the president back then came into, I was like, okay, I will not talk about it, so I won't get incarcerated. But it just talks a lot about senseless killings. If you get if you get my drift, a lot of senseless killings and parang what we do to harm, I guess, the environment and the people around us. Actually, kasi parang the crux of Tablay is, it always asks us, what good is progress if it is made at the expense of our humanity, right? And it tells us that history might have dictated the present, but the future is still what we decided to be. Kaya we have to choose parang the best. Kaya that's why our tagline is Sugod Bagong Bayani, because it's you parang taking ownership of being a new hero for the next generation. So Ganyan yung
So yung mga political themes, tinatago mo na lang sa isa ginagawa mong
I think
mga story.
that's what sci-fi is very good for padding
Yeah.
a lot of socio-economic and political commentary. Kasi in sci-fi, it's I guess it's closer to reality than kasi actually sa fantasy you can do that din. But in fantasy kasi may suspension of disbelief, 'di ba? More than sci-fi. Sci-fi kasi it's either the setting is urban, right? Or there's also some sort of either one, there's a big corp, right? A big tech corp, or baka there's a military, or basta there are a lot of elements that are closer to our own reality. Kaya if you want to make some commentary, it's like, hindi, sci-fi yun, pero I mean, the undertones of it speaks a lot about your preferences and your views.
Ganun naman ang ginagawa talaga yung mga authors noon, di ba? Tinatago nila yung political views nila sa mga stories.
Like si Rizal. And that's what got him killed. So let's be careful.
Yeah. Okay, so paano naman nagsimula yung collaboration mo with Sir Ian Santamaria?
Yes.
Makina?
Actually, it's so parang ano yung term? Parang tadhana talaga.
Wow.
What's that?
Serendipity.
Serendipity. Yeah. Serendipity. Serendipity. That's such a Filipino thing, no? Yung parang pag may big word, you repeat it
pataas.
again. Like, example, ubiquitous. Ubiquitous! Like, Americans will not get that. I remember I was presenting to like foreign clients in Singapore.
Hindi nila nagigets, no?
It's so Filipino. Anyway, so funny story kasi yung isang so 'di ba I talked about this during the pandemic. Tapos nag-pick up siya. Ang daming mga book clubs.
Yeah.
Yung isang book club doon, si Lit Circle. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're more of prose novels talaga. What do you call that? And they are focused on parang book. Actually, they were my harshest critics. Like, I think I got like two-star reviews from the. I know,
Masakit din, no?
It's hard when you work so hard and then bigla you in Goodreads when you see a 2-star review. The first 2-star review I saw, I cried, man.
May mga bababa rin akong reviews dun eh. Pero okay lang.
Yeah,
Kasi
I
yung
mean,
mga points naman na sinasabi nila, it makes sense din naman.
Yeah, but then there's this one time I got this baseless comment like this is shit, the cha. I was like, you know what? Like out of I've just come to accept it na parang out of 100 people,
Meron
20 people lang will like it.
Yeah.
Tapos out of the 20 people, mga 3 to 5 people lang will really parang champion it. So parang it's a matter of just sharing your story.
Yeah.
Kasi kung nahihiya ka, parang wala ka namang audience. So just keep on finding opportunities to like parang share your story to eventually build that base. And that's in line with what you said about consistency na parang just keep going and just keep growing. Ayun.
So ito na lang, ano yung ma-advise mo sa mga aspiring writers and comics creators na gusto ring, kasi relatively bago ka pa sa scene pero medyo kilala ka na eh. So ano yung mga pwede mong i-advise sa mga gusto ring mag-break sa comic scene?
I think the most important thing is to start. Kasi a lot of times, what I've noticed about the people who have also come up to me is that, saan you yan? Hi! Oh my gosh, dito ko pala. I want an interview right now, but then I'll get back to you later. So you won't see their face, but Yan is helping out in our next 7 weeks. I'm talking about our next 7 weeks on the interview. Shout out na. Okay. So, basically, people come up to me a lot and then ask me this question, like, how did you start? Ang dami. They always come from different backgrounds. Pero the one thing I notice with people who always ask for advice from me is that they have it in their minds, but they don't have the willpower to execute. Gets mo?
Yeah,
parang,
hindi nila na ilalabas.
Ang galing, kasi for example, yung isa, meron na akong 100 chapters in my head. Okay, where's the manuscript? Wala! So parang, I think that's just me as a person din. Like, I'm very pragmatic. Like, I set deadlines, I write it, and that's the point of the first draft, guys. Kahit pangit siya, okay lang, 'di ba? Kasi what matters is that you have a complete and whole story that gets you off the ground.
Yeah. Yung nabasa ko nga the first draft just have to exist. Kasi hindi mo na yun babalikan first draft nga yun At least may nailabas ka tapos i-revise mo nang i-revise hanggang sa maging maganda.
Yeah. And then another enemy of, aside from from just being stuck in your head. Perfection.
Perfection. Oh.
Di ba? Parang perfection is the enemy of parang completion, I would say. Kasi I remember I revised the Tablay the first chapter maybe like 5 times, that I couldn't even go back, out of the first chapter na parang hala, ang pangit to. Parang if I bring this out and then people don't like it, they're gonna drop the book kaagad, di ba? So, but then I realized there has to come to a point where you just have to accept that I mean, at the baseline is you have to be happy about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to be happy about it, and then just keep going. Kasi I don't know, ikaw, Mel, are you, naging interview,
Sige.
reverse interview.
Yeah.
Planner or pantser?
Ano yung pantser?
Just go with the flow, tapos bahala na yun.
Go with the flow ako eh.
Talaga?
Oo. Pero, I plan ng konti lang. Pero, halimbawa, I need a volunteer, go! Meron ako nung sa school. Kasi very introvert nga ako eh. So, para malabanan ko yung pagiging introvert ko nung time na yon, I volunteer myself every chance I get.
So you are are you more of thinking or feeling? Feeling.
Yeah, feeling.
So you are an INFP. Take the test, then tell me if I'm
Baka nga, oo.
INFP. So, parang, ayun, so, there are some, well, like I said, it depends on the person. If you're a pantser, at least have like a certain guiding arc or outline. Kasi I know some people, they're better na, like actually, Sir Budge and Jake, diba? What's that? No, that was Doy, the one that you interviewed them. Parang, they don't even know. I mean, I heard that they're not exactly sure na parang where Trece will go. I mean, they write it book per book. Tapos, I mean, their goal naman is the 13 books, right? Pero they have, it's like they like to discover it on the
Along
way.
the way,
Yeah. For me kasi parang I need to know how the story starts.
And ends.
How it ends, how's the middle. Kasi based on that, I can logically apply yung mga, parang if there are plot twists, I know where the timing is, where the hook is. So parang ganyan siya. So I spent 9 months. I spent 9 months world building and plotting out Tablay. So that requires, like I'm very highly technical kasi. So that requires everything from the overall story arc. And then the emotional arc of your hero. And the emotional arc of your villain or your antagonist. Kasi not necessarily villain, just antagonist.
Yeah.
So,
medyo maraming trabaho yun ah.
Yeah. But after that,
mabilis na siya.
So I have all the points. Go! Tak! And then I just fill it off. 4 months. 4 months of that. So 9 months of world building, 4 months of writing. So pre-writing, and then I go back to, I set it away for like 2 to 3 weeks. Para I'm not too close to the subject. And then I get back with fresh eyes, and then I get a better reader, like my friend. Tapos magko-compare notes kami. Like, I feel like this chapter is a bit short, or parang it's not delivering this, so then that's the time you edit. But at the same time that I was editing, nagmamarket. This is how crazy this. Well, ahensya life has trained me for this. Yung parang nagmamarket ka na,
pero wala
pang product.
Ako, ayokong mag-ganun personally kasi baka hindi ko matapos. Inaabangan na nila. Asa na yung, tas wala akong maibigay. So,
I'm also motivated by fear and deadlines. So, yeah.
Ayun. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Kat.
Thank you guys. Hope you learned. Hope you enjoyed.
Marketing episode ng Indie Comics Podcast. Bili kayo ng libro ni Kat.
Yeah.
Tablay, Makina.
And our next 7 weeks is on Pen Lab.
Next 7 weeks.
Yes, you can show them.
It will be available in next 7 weeks.
Sa Pen Lab website. Ay, baka maybe manifesting next year na magkakaroon ng something.
Ayun.
So,
Thank you, Komiks People.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.